You know, you see them everywhere, those little black and white squares. But the story of the QR code, it's probably not what you think. It's a tale of a quiet but kind of radical transformation. So let's dive into how this simple tool evolved from just a basic link into something way, way more powerful. And yeah, let's be honest, for most of us, that's where the story ended, right? You scan it, you go to a website. Super simple. It was just a digital signpost, and that's it. Kind of a one-trick pony that, for the longest time, didn't really seem like it was going anywhere. And see, that's where things get really interesting. While we were all busy scanning restaurant menus and posters, the technology underneath was getting this massive upgrade. It got smarter, way more secure, and just infinitely more capable. So what have we all been missing? Let's find out. All right, so here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start with the tech that changed the whole game. Then we'll look at how it's being used in marketing, dive into the wild world of high security, and finally, we'll take a peek at where this is all going. Okay, it all starts right here. The single biggest leap forward in QR tech wasn't about how they looked. It was about totally changing how they work from the inside out. And this is the foundation for everything that's coming next. The key idea here is a middleman. So instead of the code pointing you directly to a website, it points to a server first. That server then gets to decide where to send you. And this simple little change, it is an absolute game changer because suddenly the destination isn't locked in, and that server can log every single scan. So here's the difference in a nutshell. With a static code, what you print is what you get, forever. It's basically a dumb link. But a dynamic code? Oh, it's alive. A company can change where that code sends you tomorrow or in the next 5 minutes without ever having to reprint a thing. And most importantly, it can see exactly what's happening in real time. Okay, so how does this build into something powerful for businesses? Well, once you can track every scan, the QR code transforms from a simple little tool into a goldmine of really valuable marketing data. All of a sudden, a business doesn't just know that their code was scanned. They know where, like which city is engaging the most. They know when, say lunchtime on a Tuesday, and they know how. Maybe it's mostly on Android devices. Every single scan starts to tell a story. This shows how they're gathering that location data. IP-based tracking gives you a pretty good general idea without ever asking for your permission. But if you want pinpoint accuracy, like down to a few meters, the system has to use GPS. And for that, it has to explicitly ask for your consent. It's a really clear trade-off between general insight and super precise, permission-based data. Now, this might be the most important strategic shift of all. Brands realize that just demanding our attention for free, well, it wasn't really working. So the new model is a fair exchange. You give me a moment of your time to scan this code, and I'll give you something valuable back, like points or a discount. And would you look at the difference it makes? The performance gap is just staggering. We're not talking about a tiny improvement here. We're talking about a 3 to 8 times jump in engagement. That completely changes the whole economic equation of using QR codes in marketing. It's a whole new ballgame. Okay, so let's shift gears. Beyond marketing, these new abilities have opened up a really critical new frontier: security. We're now seeing QR codes used to fight counterfeiting and control access in some incredibly sophisticated ways. So this is how you build a counterfeit-proof QR system. First, the content inside the code has to be totally unique and random, so no one can predict it. Second, you add what's called an error correction mechanism, so it still works even if it's a little damaged. And third, it can use the scanner's location as another layer of security. A scan in a totally unexpected country, that can raise an immediate red flag. All right, this next one is straight out of a spy movie. I'm not kidding. They're called temporal QR codes, and they're built for maximum security. The code on your screen is only valid for a single second. You can't screenshot it, you can't share it, because by the time somebody else tries to use it, poof, it's already expired and gone. It's literally the self-destructing message of the QR world. So where does all this go from here? Well, the foundation of these dynamic, data-rich, and secure codes is now being combined with other new technologies to create experiences that are even more powerful. This roadmap really shows a clear path forward. The first step is getting that value exchange right with rewards. Then, you use the data you're collecting to deliver AI-powered personalization. And only after that do you start exploring the really futuristic stuff, like augmented reality and blockchain. It's a smart, step-by-step evolution. I mean, just imagine scanning a code that gives you a different offer depending on the time of day, what you've bought before, and your exact spot inside a store. Or scanning a tag on a piece of furniture and seeing it just pop up in your living room through your phone. No app needed. That's the future that's being built right now. But, and this is a big but, with all this power comes a ton of responsibility. As these codes collect more and more data, being transparent isn't optional. It's not just about the law, it's about trust. In fact, research shows that when brands are just upfront about what they're collecting and why, more people actually decide to opt in. And that really leaves us with the central question, doesn't it? This technology is evolving from a simple shortcut into this really sophisticated tool for engagement, security, and personalization. The benefits are obvious, but so are the risks. Finding that balance, that's the next great challenge in the amazing, ever-evolving story of the QR code.